GE142 Curves and Earthworks, Module 5, Horizontal Sight Distances. So for this sixth lesson, we will be discussing what is sight distance and how it is calculated. So by the end of this module, you should be able to understand what is sight distance and solve sight distance problems. So the visibility of the road ahead of the driver will help in the safe and efficient operation of the vehicles. So this will hence demand the geometric design to be highly efficient so that the length of the road is highly visible to the driver even from a distance ahead. So this distance is hence termed as sight distance. So this is the distance where kung hanggang saan yung ikikita ng driver doon sa vicinity ng isang road. So especially when there is a curve, so say this is a curved road, so a car is driving here, so merong limit yung sight nung driver. So if driver is looking here, so merong limit yung magiging sight niya. So hanggang dito lang yung makikita niya. So beyond this region is blind spot na doon sa driver. So that is the sight distance. So the DPWH Highway Safety and Design Manual requires minimum sight distances in different regions on the road. So this is to provide a safe stopping distance if there is an obstacle on the road, may it be an object or another vehicle moving in the opposite lane. So there are two cases of obstruction in a horizontal curve. So first case is S is less than L, or the sight distance is less than the length of the curve. And case 2 is the sight distance is greater than the length of the curve. So for case 1, S is less than L. So this is your sight distance from A to this point. This is your sight distance. So clearly, S is less than dito sa length ng curve natin. So considering triangle ABC, so using Pythagorean theorem, C squared equals A squared plus B squared. So C here is the S over 2 squared equals X squared plus M squared, or the middle ordinate. So X squared is equals to S over 2 squared minus M squared. So this is for equation 1. So considering triangle ACO, so this is ACO. So R squared is equals to X squared plus R minus M squared. So X squared is equals to R squared minus R minus M squared. That is the equation 2. So if we were to equate equations 1 and 2, so we will have S over 2 squared minus M squared is equals to R squared minus R minus M squared. So this is S squared over 4 minus M squared, R squared minus, so isimple natin, R squared plus 2RM minus m squared. So this is mawala to, this one here. So matitira na lang is s squared over 4 equals to 2 rm, or this equation here. So this is the relationship of the side distance and the radius of the curve and the middle ordinate. So middle ordinate is one of the variables here kasi it defines the distance of the center of the curve dun sa chord. So L is the length of the horizontal curve, S is the side distance, R is the radius, and M is the clearance from the center line of the road. So M describes the clearance ng center line ng road. So that is also related to the side distance. So this is the equation for case 1. For case 2, S is greater than yung length ng curve natin. So A to this point is the S and L is PC to PT. So clearly, mas malaki yung S natin. So considering triangle ABC, so S over 2 squared is equals to x squared plus m squared. So x squared is equals to S over 2 squared minus m squared. That is our equation 1. And considering triangle ACO, so y squared is equals to x squared plus r minus m squared. So this is x squared equals y squared minus r minus m squared. So considering triangle A, BC, and O, so this is equation 2. We will see that Z here, the distance from A to PC, is simply the difference between the S over 2, or the half of the length of the side distance minus the half of the length of the curve. So Z here is equals to S minus L over 2. So triangle APC suggests that y squared is equals to z squared plus r squared. So substituting the equation of z in this equation, so magiging y squared is equals to s minus l, so squared natin, squared over 4 plus r squared. So substitute na naman natin yung equation 3 dito, so magiging x squared is equals to s minus l squared over 4 plus r squared minus r minus m squared. So this is equation 4. So equation 1, equate natin doon sa equation 4, and magiging ito yung equation natin. So r is equals to L times 2s minus L over 8m. So still gagamitin natin yung middle ordinate kasi this defines the clearance from the center of the road dun sa gilid ng daan, or yung if there is an obstacle. So that is for case 2. So let's have some example. So the clearance to an obstruction is 9 meter, therefore this is the M middle ordinate, and the desirable sight distance when rounding a horizontal curve is 180. This is S. Determine the minimum radius of the horizontal curve. So M is equals to 9 meters and S is equals to 180 meters. So since the length of the curve is not given, we will assume first that S is less than L or yung case 1. So R is equals to S squared over 8M. So this is 180 squared over 8 times 9. So R is equals to 450 meters. So the minimum radius na kailangan for this specification ng road is 450 meters. So since positive yung result natin, so tama yung assumption natin na S is less than L or yung case 1. So second example, a highway curve has a radius 80 meter and a length of 90 meter. So this is R and this is the length of curve. So if the required sight distance is 60 meter S, how far off the center of the curve could you allow the bushes to grow? And what is the minimum clearance at the center of the curve if the desirable sight distance when rounding the curve is 100 meters? So question here is yung M natin, middle ordinate, and if the length of the curve is 100 meters, ano daw yung minimum clearance natin? So that is still M. So for A, so since S is equals to 60 meter, which is less than the L natin, which is 90 meters, so this is case 1. So R is equals to S squared over 8M. So 80 is equals to 60 squared over 8M. So M natin, your middle ordinate is 5.625 meters. So 5.625 meters from the center of the road, dapat hanggang doon lang yung bushes or yung obstruction natin. So beyond that, hindi na siya pwede kasi malilimit na yung sight distance natin to less than 60 na siya. So for the next problem, B, so S is 100 meters. So this is S, which is greater than the length of the curve na 90 meters. So this is under case 2. So formula is R L2S minus L over 8M. So the radius is 80, 90 meters times 2 times 100 minus 90 over 8M. So M is equals to 15.469 meters. So it is obvious na magiging malaki yung M since naging malaki yung since nag-increase yung sight distance natin. So the larger the required sight distance, the clearance from the center of the road to the side is also larger. So that is the horizontal sight distance. So that ends our module number 6, and I hope you understand the lecture, and thank you for listening.